Hey guys, welcome back. Red Comics presents. We're inside Metropolis Comix, your home for all comic books, cards, and kendamas. We're with our man Justin today, talking a little about manga and some anime stuff. I've noticed in the past couple episodes we know a lot about US-based comic books. So finally, some Japanese stuff. Yay! So real quick, what was your favorite book reading in the past year or so?
By far, Megima, hands down. I mean,
How come?
I just like the storyline, the way it's written, the drawings. It kind of reminds me of the story. Almost kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. Almost Harry Potter.
In a good way or a bad way? Because Harry Potter is, some people are bad.
If Harry Potter
the
was,
book or the movies?
Either one.
Okay, I'll roll with it. Either one.
Either
okay.
one.
Explain.
So I mean, take Harry Potter as a 10-year-old wizard, except he's not doing anything magic related.
So you're just another teenage kid then, who's 10, right?
Pretty much in a school full of nothing but girls.
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah.
10-year-old in a school full of girls. What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
And since this is Japanese and it's a lot more different in terms of the social, how does he interact with the girls then? Is it more tongue-in-cheek comedy? Is it serious? What's the tone like?
Well, in the beginning of the story, there is a bunch of awkward moments, especially when he sneezes, surrounded by a bunch of ladies in skirts.
So basically, every time he sneezes, skirts go up, and
basically his magic unleashes.
So, what kind of magic happens?
Let's just say there's a strong gust.
A strong gust.
The story starts out as him graduating from magic school or whatever.
Okay.
They do, and each of them gets like a diploma of what they're going to be doing.
Okay.
His happens to say English teacher in Japan. Within the main plot of the story, there's many subplots, and it can get kind of confusing.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Give me track of all the threads going on
inside
the storyline. Would you recommend this to other people?
I would actually highly recommend this.
You would?
To anyone.
How would you rate it out of 10? Would it be a perfect 10 or would it be
like a 9.8?
9.8?
Yeah.
That's good. So what's the book called again?
It's called Negima.
Negima?
Yeah.
All right.
There's like 30 volumes of it out.
30 volumes. Wow. Well, thank you, Justin, for the interview. I'll keep my sneezes in a very low profile. Make sure no skirts go up. So on part 2 of our anime and manga, we have Metropolis Comix' own Rose. Tell us about her favorite anime that she's been reading and manga. Or you don't watch anime, you watch anime and you read manga.
I do both. I'm awesome like that.
Yes, she is. So real quick, what have you been reading?
I am currently reading and keeping up with Skip Beat, which has been going on for quite a while now. It's like on chapter 100 something.
The Naruto of its own sort of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Just keep drawing it out. People
But
like it.
it's just kind of this girl trying to get revenge in the entertainment industry against her ex-boyfriend.
What? Why is it revenge against one guy on a whole industry?
Because he broke her heart, and since he was a singer, she said that she was gonna get back and get her revenge by becoming a bigger star than he was. And so far, so good.
And what else have you been reading besides that?
I read a lot of romance stuff. I'm a girl. I read romance.
Like what?
Dramatic stuff. Like
favorite 2 titles in your romance section.
That's a tough one. I have a lot. There's this one called Watashi ni XX Shinasai. She's an actual cell phone author, and she writes little stories, and she's never had romance in her lifetime, ever.
Oh yeah, she's a story writer for a cell phone. That's lonely as it gets, guys.
She writes romance stuff, and she wanted to try and get some experience, and she kind of blackmailed the president of the student council to do her chores, teach her about love kind of thing, and it's kind of crazy some of the things she comes up with.
Wait a minute, so let me get this right. So to learn and get experience about love, she blackmails student president, teach her about love. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure had she just asked him to do it, he'd have been like, he wouldn't have?
He wouldn't have done it.
Why? Because of her looks or because he's just too cool?
She's scary looking. She makes him do just some crazy stuff.
Like what? Just name the 3 craziest things.
She's kind of I dare you to kiss me. And then she goes on a date with her cousin, which is really weird, which I actually think is really weird because her cousin's in love with her. But I didn't know that going into the story, but now that I'm like really far into it, but she was like, you have to make me fall for you, kind of thing. Like I'll go on a date with you, and I'll go on a date with my cousin the very same day, like one after the other. But you have to get me to fall for you, and then you can become the main character in my story, kind of thing. It's
This girl has some psychological issues. So, has there been anything you've read that you didn't like?
That I didn't like?
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of stuff we all pick up because we like it, but have you picked up a book that you thought you would like and ended up going,
It's not something that I exactly read, but it's more something like I watched and I really didn't like it because I didn't expect the ending. It's called School Days.
School Days, okay.
Yeah, and it's like, it starts out with telling a rumor, like if you take a picture of the person you like and keep it as your wallpaper without them finding out about it, there will be good luck in your love, which the main character, the guy, did.
Okay.
And he got the girl eventually, and then his best friend started falling for him, and it's just this like drama scheme, and his best friend, he ends up cheating on his girlfriend with his best friend.
His best friend being a
girl.
Okay.
So they're both girls. Obviously, they're both girls, but the guy, he's sleeping around with his best friend, and then still like doing stuff with his girlfriend.
This beats Spider-Man, kids.
And then his best friend gets pregnant, and she's all crazy obsessed over the guy, and there's a really bad cat fight.
Oh my god.
And
I'm reading the wrong kind of genre.
It ends just so bad. You don't expect it either. Like,
Holy
it's so bad, and I watched it, and I forget I watch it.
And you watch it again?
And then like I'll look at the title, like, why does this look familiar? And I'll like go to an episode that I think I might have stopped at, but then I remember, wait, this is that one that I don't like.
Wow, I am totally in the wrong genre
You'd be
right now.
surprised. There's a lot of random stuff out there.
Now, if you're trying to get into anime and manga, where would you suggest people start looking?
It really depends on their genre preference. I mean, if they're into like action, you could start out with your generic Bleach and Naruto. But as far as action goes, I'd probably suggest 07 Ghost.
Okay.
Which is very good action pack. Like, this kid, he has magic, and he's supposedly, like, they don't tell it to you, but he's like a prince of a nation that was killed off by another nation, and he's kind of in hiding, but he has this jewel that kind of grants him like extra power, and he's just super
Can't have
crazy.
enough power, right?
And he
Can't have
kind
enough.
of makes a pact with this ghost guy, and this ghost works at the church. He's like
A ghost in the church.
He's like a bishop. Well, because in the anime, their gods are pretty much like, I guess, what is it, Grim Reapers.
Oh, okay.
Just a bunch of those.
So it's
like
almost
7
like,
of them.
if I remember correctly, Death Note. It's like Death Note.
Death Note is a really good
Yeah.
one to start too. Like,
It's
especially
kinda
if
like
you're into like mystery
Yeah.
and crazy psychological stuff.
So it's kind of like that a little bit in terms of how the demons were working. That's, do you guys carry anything in store on anime and manga?
We carry a little bit. Like, we got your mainstream titles like
Okay.
Naruto. We have some Bleach. We have Soul Eater. Just little titles. We don't carry too much. Hopefully, we'll start carrying a lot more.
All right.
I'm working on it.
So if you're into anime and manga, come to Metropolis Comix, talk to Rose, get some neat tips on what you should be reading. Anyways, thanks for joining us, guys. I'm tuning in next week for some more content. And remember, Metropolis Comix, home of all comic books, cards, and kondamas. Stop by and buy something. You'll like it.